NASCAR officials have penalized Austin Hill after he intentionally retaliated against Cole Custer under caution during the race at Charlotte, the Xfinity Series race at Charlotte. Before we get to this, I'd like to ask you please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at John Trent Racing. Before we get to the penalty report, let's take a look at what exactly happened. Here is the onboard camera for Cole Custer. He is in the yellow 00 car. Austin Hill in the blue and white number 21 there to the left of him right on the inside. Let's take a look at what happened right here. See, Custer kind of comes down. Austin Hill comes back up. They door slam each other. Austin Hill cuts a tire. Right front tire's down. Comes up into Custer, slams him into the wall. And then he accelerates into Custer's rear end, shoves him down the track, and then sends him spinning into the inside retaining wall. Here is another look at it from Fox NASCAR. And we're going to get a little bit of a combination. This is kind of already after the contact had been made on the front stretch. So this is just the retaliation right here. Can see Hill accelerates into his bumper, back to the in-car, or on-car. There he is. He's just driving him down the track and then sends him spinning into the retaining wall. After the wreck, Cole Custer was not happy with Austin Hill. Said he tried to kill him. Let's take a listen.
Happened there.
Yeah.
Like you and Austin were kind of battling.
Yeah, I mean, he put me in the fence off 4, and then we hit on the front stretch because I was going to pinch him down, and he decided to try and go up and side draft me, and then we hit again. And then I don't know if he blew a tire into 1 or what happened into 1, but then he tried to kill me on the back stretch and just held it full throttle until he wrecked our car and killed the rear clip, slapped my head against the back of the headrest, and I don't know. It was... I know it was hard racing, but at the end of the day, I don't like getting intentionally wrecked and killing the front and rear clip on our race cars. So it's just ridiculous. So just if he wants to drive like a pissed off teenager, it's just ridiculous. I mean, that's why I'd said enough, I guess.
So this is what Austin Hill had to say after the race was concluded. Obviously, Cole Custer's day was done. Austin Hill was able to get back to the pits, change his tires, and get the car out there and complete the race. This is what he had to say, though.
Me and Cole have never had any type of run-ins. We've never raced each other bad from what I can remember. I don't know of any race that we've raced each other where we've gotten together or had issues on the racetrack. So if he wants to talk to me, cool. I mean, it's whatever he wants to do. I have no idea what he was so mad about off of 4. I watched the replay back, and it's not the greatest replay in the world, but I have no idea what he's so mad about.
Did you tell him? He said you drove like a pissed off teenager.
Yeah, sure. He can think that all he wants. What is words gonna do? Nothing. Doesn't matter to me.
Cole Custer would then post this on X after the race, comparing Austin Hill's retaliation against him to Kyle Busch's retaliation on Ron Hornaday. Kyle Busch was removed from the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series races that weekend after he wrecked Ron Hornaday. He was then fined and put on probation. I think it was a $50,000 fine, if memory serves. This is what NASCAR is giving to Austin Hill. This is from NASCAR.com. NASCAR officials penalized Austin Hill on Wednesday for his actions while racing fellow driver Cole Custer in last weekend's NASCAR Xfinity Series event at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Hill was fined $25,000 and was docked 25 points in the Xfinity Series driver standings under Section 4.4B in the NASCAR rulebook. That section deals with NASCAR's member code of conduct with penalty guidelines that include wrecking or spinning another vehicle, whether or not that vehicle is removed from competition as a result, any actions deemed to compromise the safety of an event or otherwise pose a dangerous risk to the safety of competitors, officials, spectators, or others. And then it goes on to explain the wreck there and confirms that Hill continued to finish 2 laps down in 25th place. Custer was sidelined by the crash and placed 32nd. The points penalty knocks Hill out of the lead in the Xfinity Series standings, dropping him to third place behind new leader Chandler Smith and second place Cole Custer. And then also kind of goes over other penalties here for Derek Smith of the number 5 Tricon Garage Toyota because they had a unsecure lug nut and they were fined $2,500, as well as Dylan Capello for the number 38 Front Row Motorsports Ford truck. So that is what NASCAR has done. No suspension, but a $25,000 fine and a 25-point penalty. I know I've already seen some people saying, well, what is the difference between this and what Kyle Busch did at North Wilkesboro against Ricky Stenhouse Jr.? I think the difference is that one was under green, one was under caution. I think that I do think NASCAR does factor in rate of speed. Obviously, at North Wilkesboro, they're not running as fast as what they are at Charlotte, a 1.5 mile track. And I do think that factors in. I think it also clearly, I think they show here that safety of the driver is factored in. And I think that speed has a lot to do with it. Obviously, any kind of wreck, you can still be injured. Clearly, we've seen that. Just look at Kurt Busch, kind of looks like he just like lightly backs in at Pocono when you look at it, but he would suffer a concussion and his NASCAR Cup Series career would be ended. He would never get into a Cup car officially after that. So I think this is probably good. I still probably would have liked to have seen a suspension. I think the fact that he did it intentionally, he did it seemingly for no reason whatsoever. He obviously thinks that Custer door slammed him. I think the video shows the absolute opposite. It's clear that he moves up the track. Custer does go down, but he doesn't make contact with him. And then it's when Austin Hill moves up is when they make contact, and it's him door slamming Custer. If you go back, look at the lines on the track, you can clearly see that it's Austin Hill chasing Cole Custer up the track and hitting him. It's not the opposite. So he was upset for something that Cole Custer didn't even do, and then took it out on Cole Custer out of petty vengeance. So I think I would have liked to have seen a little bit of harsher penalty here against Austin Hill. I think you would have liked to have seen him have that one race suspension at least. But clearly, that was not NASCAR's decision, and they've gone with the $25,000 fine and the 25-point penalty. But let me know what you guys make of this. What do you make of NASCAR's penalty against Austin Hill? Do you think that this is a just penalty? Do you think that he should have been penalized a little bit more? As I'm saying, do you think there should have been a penalty at all? Do you think the penalty should have been less? Let me know in the comments below.